Howdy everyone, my name is Avram Plager and welcome back to my Fusion 360 tutorials for CAD modeling. So today we'll be going over two functions that are very similar but have a little bit different features, and those are called sweep and loft. Sweep takes an initial sketch profile and it drafts it along a line, arc, or any other single dimension shape that you've made. And loft takes two shapes and makes a convergence body between them. So we'll show off sweep first. To begin, like any new tutorial, we'll start with a new component. We'll name this one our sweep component. And since we have no other documents and our workspace is activated, our parent is automatically set to our workspace. So we'll say OK. And then we'll create a sketch using our hotkey. We'll use the YZ plane since this is a horizontal profile. And now what we'll do is we'll create an advanced sketch. Again, this is an advanced sketch tutorial, and if you haven't watched my tutorial on advanced sketches, I will link that in an info tab right now, so please go watch that. So we'll start with a line. We'll go out to the left about 25 millimeters. Then we'll click our check mark. And we will make a 3-point arc. Our 3-point arc will touch down about here. And you'll go out to the point vertical to that endpoint and 2 spaces up. Now you'll start another line, and you'll go in to straight vertically down from our second point, and about 3 blocks down from our arc. Now you'll go down about 25 millimeters, and across to the origin. Now you'll go out, and you see conveniently we have longer lines that make squares on our work plane. You can use these squares to orient and make exactly a replica. So we'll go here, up, and over to this space here. Now we'll click our check mark, and we'll make an arc. Again with a 3-point arc. You see this goes out to 1 space here, so we'll go out to here, and then go out to our endpoint here, and go vertically up. Now we'll make a line that connects this first point to our point here. Now we'll say finish sketch, and we'll create a secondary sketch profile. This will be the rail along which we'll sweep our initial sketch profile. So we'll make another sketch, and instead of using our YZ plane, we'll use our XY plane. Now this really doesn't matter where exactly you put this, as long as it is aligned on the axis that the sketch is, you need to be perfectly aligned with that. So we can see we have a blue outline where our sketch is. So we'll make a line. However, instead of making just a straight line, we'll use our fit point spline by using this hotkey here. And you can use either the top or the bottom, but I like to use the middle since it gives me a good idea of where everything is going to be. And you can make this any which way you want. This is not really a specific feature, I'm just showing you how to use it. You'll see in further applications where you'd want specific fit point splines and how this would go in, but for now you can use your own creativity to make that fit point spline. You do not need to follow my exact instructions. So click finish sketch, and now you can see we have our shape, and extending from the center we have our spline here. Now what we'll do is, instead of going initially by going to our sweep profile, we'll click our initial face, and then shift click our fit point spline. Now click sweep, and you'll see that there is an error. What we need to do is select, instead of perpendicular, we'll select parallel. The reason this would have an error in perpendicular, what perpendicular does is it adjusts the initial face perpendicular to wherever it is on the spline that you made. If that spline is too far bent, it'll create some errors where the mesh will intersect itself and it won't fit. So if you're having that error, set it to parallel. This makes sure that at any point along the fit point spline, your face is parallel to the initial face. As you can see, there's no bends or kinks in our shape, and the end face of our shape is exactly parallel to the start point of our face. So now what we'll do is we'll rotate around to examine that we have it exactly as we want. And we can set the distance that we want. So if we want it to go only halfway on our spline, we can do that. But we really will want this to go the full way. And as you can see, as I drag this back, the orientation of that face doesn't change. It stays parallel to our initial face. So now we'll say OK. And we have our sweep profile set up. We have two faces and a body that connects them, fitting a fit point spline. This is good if you're making tubing, piping, or connecting two objects that have the same endpoints and you need it to connect around an object. You can use this sweep profile to connect those. In future tutorials, I'll give specific examples of why you would use these profiles, but for now, just go by my explanations. Now with that set up, I'll show you how to use the loft profile. So the loft profile uses two sketch planes and sets a profile between them that interfaces them. So we'll create a sketch, and we'll go, and we did accidentally select our initial face, so we'll say Ctrl-Z on our keyboard to end that. And now what we'll do is we'll create a sketch, and we'll go to our XZ plane. We use our middle mouse button to pan out a little bit, and we'll create a polygon that is circumscribed. Circumscribed means it's outside of a circle. So we'll set the radius of our circle to be 80 millimeters. Press Tab on our keyboard to change this to 10 faces. Now we'll click OK. And we'll add in a 2-point rectangle. Just to make sure that you can see how this would work. So we'll press Escape on our keyboard. And what we'll do is we'll use a tool here that will trim the curve that we have to exactly fit this. So now you can see, using that trim tool, going to our modify toolbar and clicking trim, this goes and selects it so that it's all one uniform face. Now we can say finish sketch, and you can see we have our polygon with an extending rectangle. Now I'll give you a hint of what the construct toolbar does. You'll just use offset plane for now, don't mess around with any of these other tools, but click offset plane. Offset plane gets you a new plane that is offset from an initial profile. So you can see when we clicked on our face that it set up an orange plane, and you can move that up to however high you want it off. So we'll set 130 millimeters. And now we can create a sketch using our offset plane. Now seeing that, we will create a 2-point rectangle. And we'll set this here. Now we'll set a center diameter circle out to here. And what we'll do is we'll use that trim to trim off the circle where it intersects our rectangle, and trim off the rectangle where it intersects our circle. Press Escape to exit out of that tool, and click Finish Sketch. Now we have two sketch profiles that are wildly different. And now what we'll do is we'll select one profile, select the other profile, and click Loft. As you can see, it made an interfacing body that connects our two shapes uniformly. We don't need to change anything else, and we'll click OK. As you can see, we have our initial sketch profile and our secondary sketch profile. Both kept their profiles unique, but it made an interfacing body that connected them. Those are two unique tools that are similar, but have slightly different functions. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. I've gotten quite a few subscribers more, and I want to thank everybody that's subscribed to my channel, everybody that's continuing to like my videos, and everybody that's continuing to watch them. Please share this channel with your friends and family. My main goal is to teach people all the skills that I've learned so far in Fusion 360, Tinkercad, and Blender, and I want to get as far out as I can. So my goal is to get to 50 subscribers by the end of this week. Please help me reach that goal by sharing this with your friends and family, liking and subscribing to this channel. Thank you and have a great day.